Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about romantic relationships, which was suggested by one of you guys. Thank you so much. So basically, I can't be talking about the earthly view of relationships compared to godly view of relationships. So I'll go with godly first. Overall, the way God designed relationships to be was between a man and a wife, not anything else, not whatever earthly the earth says, referring to people and everything. It was meant to be between a man and wife, and like that's it, period. Before going further, I want to clarify. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to clarify as if like I'm saying this in any way to judge anybody or any way putting any people down. I just want to. The way I'm doing this is I don't want to sound hateful with my words. If I do that, I want to say a couple times with me, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, this is wrong, but I don't mean it to say, oh yeah, I'm judging you for this. I want to make sure to clarify that I'm not judging anybody for anything. I'm just saying like biblical terms about it. Anyways, the way God views relationships is beautiful, like everything about them, every little bit. When it comes to first going on a date, first going to know each other, to go on dates, and then to get married, going on your honeymoon, and even I was talking with teachers, like even sex, like God sees that beauty because that's how God created it. God sees all of His creation as beautiful, including that, and so basically that's kind of how it's supposed to be. Is like when a man, the Genesis chapter 2, it says a man will leave a man will leave his mother and father to go be with his wife. And there's multiple times in the Bible how it talks about a man should be loving his wife and how a godly relationship works. So that's there's honestly not much to it. And now going to the earthly view of relationships, basically you can do whatever you want. You can have sex whenever you want. You can sleep around. You can move in together before getting married. You can cheat, and it's no big issue. You can get a divorce, no biggie, which is wrong. Everything I just mentioned is wrong. And for the reason of that is because, like I said, like anything that goes against the Bible is sinful. And obviously, it's our culture or our nature to be sinful. Not culture, nature to be sinful. So like, it's kind of sad to see where everything went, like what happened compared, if you read back to Adam and Eve in the garden, to you think about that, and then how everything just turned when it comes to like romantic relationships over the years to you can do whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, you can basically just basically do whatever you want. And it's kind of sad to see how what God's like beautiful creation originally intended for good came to be. And it's kind of heartbreaking if you think about it. But overall, yeah, that's kind of how earthly people view relationships compared to God. Because I know obviously the Bible is completely against divorce. Even it says like how even mentions in, I think somewhere in Matthew, sorry guys, I know it's a big book so I can't narrow it down. I think it's in Matthew somewhere that it even talks about if a man marries a divorced woman, that man is going to commit adultery. Oh, the man or woman is. And so, yeah, it just talks a lot, especially in the Gospels, it talks a lot about divorce and marriage. And like the only time, basically, even if you think about it, the Bible even says, like, I think this is just talking that even if a man divorces his wife, or if someone divorces whoever, and they go and marry someone else, like I said, it's adultery, and the only time they are allowed to do that is if like your spouse dies. So basically, if your husband or wife dies, that's the only time you can go and date somebody else without it being sinful, which is kind of crazy to think about because you see the total opposite of that happens so much these days. And it was so sad because I'm thinking, so my basement's being remodeled for a lot of reasons. Not gonna get into that, but or a couple. But then I found old pictures of my parents and everything, and I thought I see how much my family's broken. I'm like, I don't want this. Like, who would want marriage? I even questioned marriage a little bit. Like, do I really want this? And I'm just like, I kind of just like got kind of disgusted with relationships for like 5 minutes because of just seeing how much my parents and their married and their wedding photos and whatnot were so happy together. Now they just grew so much apart, obviously because of divorce. And it's just, then I'm realizing like, oh my gosh, like this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna encourage all of you guys to do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find somebody. I have multiple people, counselors in my life, people that help guide me through the crap I've been through. I'm gonna talk to someone that's already married about like how to be a good like husband and provide and do everything God wants, because I don't want that for my family. And so I encourage any of you guys to do the same. I encourage you to be someone that's married, for the fact of it's smart to do that so that they have experience, they can help guide you. It makes more sense. It's like getting advice it's like trying to start working out and you get advice from someone who never worked out before. Makes sense? Okay. But yeah, for me, my personal experience with relationships is I've never been in a relationship, or at least an actual one. I'm 16, so going strong. No, I actually really want to, but what I'm doing is I'm putting it in God's hands. God will send me I know God will send me the perfect woman when He's ready, and so that's honestly the best you can do. The people around me, yeah. So basically, my sister and her husband now, when they were starting to date, they actually went on a break because they realized how much they were putting each other first instead of God. And so what they did was went on a break, not a way of saying, oh, I'm angry at you, I'm going to go on a break, I don't want to see your face. They did it as a way of, okay, we want to put God first in our relationship because that's the most important thing. And I'm so proud of them for doing that because that could be so difficult to do. So overall, myself, I've never been in a relationship, but I just pray. What I've been doing is praying over it. I think that just about summarizes everything. I think that's it. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Have a blessed day and take care.